This is Rick Wegley, and this is Ask NCM, where we do our best to answer questions from our clients from around the country. One of the topics that comes up on a weekly basis in our classes at the NCM Institute, on any of our fixed operations classes, will come up is, where can I find good technicians? And rarely in our classes, when I ask the question, how many of you have more techs than you need, will I get any hand raisers whatsoever, okay? So the topic becomes a roundtable discussion on where we find technicians. Do we need to get into a bidding war to try to steal them from someplace else in our market, one of our competitors, or whether the recent graduates of the local automotive training schools are really what we're looking for, okay? So bidding wars can be one, but sometimes that's not always your best option. You may find people who are just jumping from one job to the next job, just looking for the next highest bidder with no loyalty. Hiring from or sponsoring students who attend local community colleges or technician schools is sometimes a good investment. You just have to be careful to make sure that their goals are set so when they come out of that training that they don't expect to start at the top of the list. They're going to be starting as an entry level still until they've gained the experience and the confidence to be able to do this work regularly. And some of our client best practices in this finding technician dilemma has been to create a current and ongoing onboarding and apprenticeship program in-house. A great example of that would be one store that I work with, actually a couple stores that I work with that have a 2-year apprenticeship program designed for entry-level technicians. And first of all, they don't advertise it as entry-level technician. They advertise it as a paid apprenticeship program. It has very clearly structured outline on how they're going to proceed through their career path enhancement, which is a career path for them, and it's a 2-year program. They agree when they hire them in that they're going to pay them an hourly wage, they're going to put them in the express bay operation, and they're going to work in that role for the first year. About 50% of them wash out within the first 6 months, but at least they're weeding out the ones who aren't going to make it fairly early on. Okay. At the end of the first 6 months, provided they've completed the factory training that's been asked of them to do that and they've shown a good job, they may get a small increase in wage and they'll move on to the second phase of their apprenticeship, which may be requiring additional training and maybe taking on some additional tasks and responsibilities in the express operations. Okay. And after the end of the first year, if they've done a good job, they may increase, again, a small increase in wages, and they move them over to and assign them to a line technician to start an actual true apprenticeship program in the dealership. Okay. So it's kind of a grow your own kind of method to bringing onboarding technicians, especially younger people who are a little bit afraid to make a career change into automotive industry or don't know anything about it. There's some really good people out there that just need an opportunity. So again, thinking when I'm looking at technicians, I'm always hiring for attitude and aptitude. And if you have a structured career path established for them as they come on board to your store on that, you'll have good success in retaining about 50% of those technicians, which isn't too bad. So if you have a question that you'd like to have us address on a future episode of Ask NCM, please email your request to askncm@ncmassociates.com.